What you're looking at is Meshy AI. This is one of probably many websites, AI websites, where you can take 2D artwork and create 3D models from it. As cliche as it sounds, this is a game changer. This is not new. It's just taken me a while to get this video out because of things going on. However, look how cool this is. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you the concept art that I made for my fantasy sort of comic longsword. And I made a dining hall using Midjourney. There are actually two pieces of concept art that I'm going to be sort of taking the best bits and pieces from to make kind of a combination or an amalgamation of this. But I'm going to break it down into individual pieces because that's the only way I can really see myself doing this. So columns would be something, the windows would be something, the stairs, the chairs, the pots, the plates with the food, etc. Everything will be broken down into its individual models and then assembled in Maya. In my case, in Maya, and then using Pencil Plus. So this is part of a not long, but this is part of a big tutorial. This is just part one. So this is a good time to say subscribe if you want to see the next parts. I promise it's worth it if you're into 3D, AI, tools to help make comic books easier to create, etc. So I've cropped out the chair, and then you can see how messy and sketchy and concepty it is. Also, it's very small. So I'm using this upscale. I've used it before. I'll link it in the description. I believe it is just a completely free upscale program. I've upscaled it to this, and it's pretty messy. Like, I know it's a chair, you know it's a chair, but is Meshy going to understand this as being a chair? I don't know, and I don't want to take a risk. So I thought, well, let's clean it up. And I was curious if a sketch would work just as well as a full color image, and it does. So this part sped up. I don't want to bore you with like tracing over an image, but I'm basically just tracing this chair, cleaning it up, making sure I feel like it looks accurate or it looks like the chair. Even at this angle, I was curious, how is it going to show up? How is Meshy going to interpret what you're seeing right now? You can take it as far as you want, but I think it does a very, very good job of figuring out what a 3D version of artwork would be like. And this is what it basically looks like just as my sketch. And that's what I'm using. So we're going to go back into Meshy AI. I'm going to load it into the left side. You can see click / drag drop paste image, hit generate. Once you put it in there, hit generate, and it's in a matter of seconds, like 10 seconds. And then you just drag it into your canvas area. This is the model. Like, it was so quick. Could you model? I mean, it blows my mind that this is even possible. Like, this is insane. And then if you want to change it, of course, if you have some decent or basic beginner kind of 3D modeling skills, you can go in and change it. And, you know, you can remodel or change things all you want. You can rerun these, but you go down to the bottom and you save it as, in my case, an OBJ. But you could do FBX or Blender file or whatever you're comfortable with. And there you go. 2D concept to, in my case, sketch to 3D model using AI.